Good morning, students. In my last class yesterday, we have just introduced Venn diagram. Today, see actually what is its use and what are the properties. What is Venn diagram? Venn diagram is pictorial representation of sets and its properties. This is called Venn diagram. See some important results of Venn diagram. See the picture. Venn diagram sets must be drawn inside a universal set. Suppose A and B are two sets, right? See, this portion is common in both sets, so this is called A intersection B. You already know the definition of A intersection B. This is common portion of A and B. These are the region, dotted region means what we say about this. This is the those part of set A which does not contain B. Similarly, this will be those part of set B which does not contain set elements of set A. So this should be B minus A and this should be A minus B. Now see what are the important results on the basis of this figure, this diagram. First, number of elements of A union B. Children, you know A union B means all the elements that belongs to either A or in B. So number of elements of A union B, first number of elements of A, then number of elements of B. But this portion comes twice, either in A and also in B. So subtract one times. So number of elements of A union B is equal to number of elements of A plus number of elements of B minus number of elements of A intersection B. This one is your first result or first formula, you may say. Similarly, number of elements of A union B should also be written as number of elements of set A minus B plus number of elements of set A intersection B and also plus number of elements of set B minus A. So this is another result, or you can say another formula. Number of elements of A union B should equals to number of elements of A minus B plus number of elements of A intersection B plus number of elements of B minus A. See the third one. This is our set A. This A contains two parts, one A minus B, another A intersection B. So number of elements of A minus B plus number of elements of A intersection B together becomes number of elements of set A. This is one more formula. Number of elements of A minus B plus number of elements of A intersection B is equal to number of elements of A. Similarly, number of this is set B. B contains two different parts, one B minus A, another A intersection B. So number of elements of B minus A plus number of elements of A intersection B will be number of elements of set B. This is next formula. See the first part of the formula. Now come children, now come the formula, next part formula. When A and B are disjoint sets, see already it is defined what are disjoint sets. Two sets having no common element. No common element means number of elements of A intersection B is 5. They are disjoint sets. In that case, put the value of n A intersection B, means in first formula n A union B is equal to n A plus n B minus n A intersection B. In that case, when n intersection B is equal to 0, then this is the formula for n A union B. This is applicable when A and B are disjoint sets. Now understand very carefully the third formula for three sets, n A union B union C. This formula is derived on the basis of the two sets. So first consider A union B is one set, union C. Now apply the formula for n A union B. According to that formula, it should be n A union B plus n C minus n A union B intersection C. N stands for number of elements. Again apply formula for n A union B, which should be number of elements of A plus number of elements of B minus number of elements of A intersection B. This is formula for n A union B. Plus number of elements of C is same. Apply distributive law for three sets here. What is distributive law? A intersection C union B intersection C. Number of elements is already here, so it should be number of elements of A intersection C union number of elements of B intersection C. This is just formula, just distributive law is applied here. Now see the next one. Number of elements of A, number of elements of B minus number of elements of C plus number of elements of C remains there. Minus, now again apply for two sets. This is considered as A and this is considered as B. So number of elements of A union B, that is number of elements of A plus number of elements of B minus number of elements of A intersection B. So it should be A intersection C intersection B intersection C. So intersection C is common there, so overall it should be written as A intersection B intersection C. So it should be written as A intersection B intersection C. This is your whole formula, and finally it is written as number of elements of A union B union C is equals to number of elements of A plus number of elements of B plus number of elements of C minus number of elements of A intersection B minus number of elements of A intersection C plus number of elements of A intersection B intersection C. These formulas are very useful to solving the problem. You may solve the problem by using Venn diagram or also by using this formula, whatever you like. Now come to the problems. Students, see very small, very simple problem. A and B are two sets containing 3 and 6 elements respectively. Find maximum number of elements in A union B. See children, you have to find maximum number of elements. Maximum number of elements is possible. So see the example. When maximum number is possible? Maximum number is possible only when their intersection is 5. Intersection will be 5 means number of elements of A intersection B is 0. And now apply the formula. Number of elements of A union B is equals to number of elements of A plus number of elements of B minus number of elements of A intersection B. Write down their values. number of elements of A is given 3, number of elements of B is given 6, and you have just calculated this should be 0, 9. So 9 will be the result. Now see, one very important use of Venn diagram, that is very important characteristics, that is state and prove Venn diagram by using De Morgan's state and prove De Morgan's law by using Venn diagram. Children, you already know De Morgan's law, that is A union B complement is equals to A complement intersection B complement, and the next one is A intersection B complement is equals to A complement union B complement. See point wise how we verify or how we prove De Morgan's law by using Venn diagram. What is first part? First part is A union B complement is equals to A complement intersection B complement. So first draw universal set, that is U. Then A union B set. So A union B means those part which is either in A or in B. So all part must be shaded. Now come on to second figure. Second figure, A union B complement is shaded. Shaded. A union B complement. Complement means those part of A union B which are not in universal set. So obviously this will be A union B complement. यानी those part of universal set which are not in A union B. Those part of universal sets which are not in A union B. So this is A union B complement. This is A union B, and those part of A union B which are in universal set, that is A complement of A union B. This is A union B and this is complement of A union B, means A union B part is not shaded in this one. Come on to third figure. A complement is shaded. A complement in shaded means those part of universal set which are not in B. Which are not in A. See this one. This part is shaded. So this is A complement. In fourth figure, A intersection B complement is shaded. B complement means those part of universal set which are not in B. So this is B complement. Those part of universal set which is not in B. So this is B complement. So we must write in below of the figure that B complement is shaded. And finally A complement intersection B complement shaded. A complement intersection B complement shaded. So see the common part of A complement and B complement. See the common part of A complement and B complement. See this part, shaded part is not in A, this shaded part is not in B, rest all part is common. So just shade it either dotted line, broken line, or anything which may simple, that will be. this is part of A complement intersection B complement. Now see figure number 5 and figure number 2 here. Compare them. Both are same. Their shaded part are same. So what we say that from figure 2 and figure 5 De Morgan's law is verified. Here write from figure 2 and figure 5 law is verified. See the next part. So the next part is A intersection B complement is A complement union B complement. See what are you have to draw. First draw A intersection B, then draw complement of A intersection B, then draw complement of A, then complement of B, and then their union. So first A intersection B is shaded. Obviously A intersection B is common part of A and B. So this is A intersection B is shaded in universal shade U. Second part, complement of A intersection B. So you have to shade those parts which are not in A intersection B. Only this part is A intersection B. So we will shade all the parts of universal set except A intersection B. And we write A intersection B shaded. In next part, complement of A is shaded. Complement of A means those part of set A which is sorry, you have to set those part which is not in set A but in universal set. In next figure you have to set complement of B, means you have to set all parts except the elements of B. This one B complement shaded. And finally you have to set their common part, that is common part of A intersection B and A intersection B complement of A intersection complement of B. So what are the common parts? B complement is here, A complement is here. Now said you said complement of A intersection complement of B. This all part must be shaded. This is common part, I think. Sorry. This is not need. Your union have to shaded. I write here A complement union B complement. Actually this is your De Morgan's law. And finally write from figure 2 and figure 5, this part is not included in complement of A as well as B. So from figure 2 and figure 5 the law is verified. So shade properly, you will get the result. Shade all the elements properly, you will get the result. In next class we will see some questions.